Hello everyone, thank you for joining me in this special announcement video. Today I'm going to be revealing cards from the upcoming set from Lord of the Rings. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am about this. I've been waiting so long for this set and finally we get some awesome spoilers. So let's dive right into this and start revealing, shall we? The first things I'm going to reveal are the awesome soul rings. I mean, these guys are amazing. The first one that there is obviously going to be the One Ring. And it just looks so cool. Like just Sauron, the artwork is just insanely awesome. The second soul ring is going to be the ring for dwarves. And this one has the dwarves getting the ring on the pedestal. And it just looks so cool. And then there's the ring for men, which is with the on Grammer. He is holding the ring and it just looks so cool. The elves soul ring is the soul ring with the tree, and the tree design is just beautiful. And what's really cool about all these is they're all written in Elvish, and it's just such a cool looking detail that they put into these cards and a lot of thought into these cards. And I'm loving all of them so far. The first big spoiler we got here is Frodo, Sauron's Bane. He's just 1 white to cast. He's 2 white or 2 black. If Frodo, Sauron's Bane is a citizen, it becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2, 3, and lifelink. You can then pay 3 black as a second ability. If Frodo is a scout, it becomes a halfling rogue with whenever this creature deals combat damage to the player, that player loses the game if the ring is tempted you 4 or more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. So that's a cool mechanic that's coming in, the ring tempting you. There's a couple more cards that I'll be showing you that have it. And there's another cool one called Burden. There's really cool mechanics in this, and I'm so excited to see what Lord of the Rings style mechanics this new set is going to have with it. It's going to be super exciting. This is the showcase artwork for Frodo. Again, it looks awesome. I love the border around it with the ring and the circle Elvish text around the image. It just looks like a ring to me. It's super cool. I love it. Here we go. Next, we got Samwise the Stout-Hearted. He is colorless and white to cast. He has flash. Whenever Samwise the Stout-Hearted enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Return it to your hand. Then the ring tempts you. So again, there's that cool ring mechanic, and it can be looped really well with Frodo, because with Frodo he has that ability for 3 black. That's not a tap ability, so you can just do that as many times as you want and just make people lose the game. There is the awesome showcase for Samwise. Again, I love the border with Elvish text. Awesome artwork. Artwork is killer. All right, here we go. We got a cool land. This is Mount Doom. It's a legendary land. You pay 1 life. You could tap it, add a green or a black. Pay a colorless, black, red. Tap Mount Doom, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pay 5 colorless, a black, and a red. Sacrifice Mount Doom and another artifact, and a legendary artifact. Choose up to 2 target creatures, then destroy the rest. Activate only as a sorcery. So we got a land that is a board wipe. That's cool. So, I mean, that's just a super hard thing to get rid of as a land. So, I mean, it's just going to sit there and be like, oh, time to pop this and blow everything up. Cool land. All right. Next land we got is the Shire. And this is my favorite artwork, I think, so far. So the Shire enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. You tap it, add a green. You pay a colorless, pay a green, tap it. Tap an untapped creature you control, create a food token. I got a feeling these food tokens are going to be used a lot in the Lord of the Rings set, especially with Sam. I feel like Samwise is going to have some food token stuff coming. So this is probably one of my more favorite cards coming out of really spoiled so far. This is one of my more favorite ones. It's Gollum Painted Plotter. He's a white and a black to cast. Whenever Gollum Patient Plotter leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Pay a black, sacrifice a creature, return Gollum from the graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery. So that's really cool. That's also not a tap ability to pay a black, sacrifice a creature. That's something I'm pretty sure you can do on Infinite, and just the ring tempts you. So with that Frodo card, that's a nice little combo right there. Is you can make people lose the game really quick with that. And there's the full artwork. I think is awesome. My really good artwork. I'm a sucker for full art, so I'm just gonna think all the full arts are amazing. Next time one got is really cool. His name is Tom Bombadil, and he's Wooburg. He's all 5 colors to cast. As long as there are 4 or more lure counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible. Sweet. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This ability only triggers once each turn. That's so cool. I love it. I'm gonna have to build this because I have a 5-color shrines deck. So we're gonna have 5-color shrines and then 5-color sagas. That's awesome. This is a cool card. I really like this. And the artwork for it is really like very ethereal. It's very Lord of the Rings fantasy. Love it. Love it, love it. There's, there's the full art for Bombadil as well. Super cool looking. Again, these artists are just killing the artwork. I love them. Here we go. We got Sam Loyal Attendant. He is a colorless white, and a black to cast. Oh my goodness. He's white, green, and white. I can't say his mana cost. Save my life. He's a colorless, a green, and a white to cast. Partners with Frodo Adventurous Hobbit, who I believe has not been revealed yet, but if he has, please let me know in the comments. I just probably haven't seen him yet. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a food token. Activated abilities of foods you control cost 1 less to activate. So that's really cool. I like the artwork for Sam. I mean, like he's all ready with his pan to knock somebody out. It's gonna be, it's a good card. I like it. All right, this guy's really cool. He's a blue and a green and 2 to cast. His name is Ragagast, Wizard of Wilds. Ward 1, beasts and birds you control have Ward 1, so that's pretty good right off the bat. Whenever you cast a mana value 5 or greater, whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, choose one. Create a 3/3 green beast token, or create a 2/2 blue bird token with flying. And that's a cool, I might make that as a commander. That's just a fun deck, especially there's like a lot of beasts that you can toss out for a lot cheaper, which is gonna be huge. All right, we got some really cool reprints happening right now. We got Naring Bridge as Bridge of Khazad Dum, and this is a artifact for 3 colorless that says creatures with power creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand can attack. That's a good control card. I think that's a pretty staple card. It's so good. The next reprint we have is Wasteland, which is the Valley of Gorgoroth. So it's tap, add a colorless, or you can tap it, sacrifice Valley of Gorgoroth, destroy target non-basic land. This is just a gross and salty win con for any landfall deck that has like Crucible of Worlds or any extra additional land plays. Omnath especially is super nasty with this. I lost to this and it's the worst to lose to Wasteland. It really is. All right, this one is probably my favorite reprint that's happening right now. It's gonna be the Great Hinge is getting reprinted as the Party Tree. So the Great Hinge is 7 colorless and 2 green. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So that can make that mana cost go way down really quick. You tap it, add 2 green, gain 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it and draw a card. So that's pretty awesome. This is sweet. This is the ultimate party. You draw cards, you gain life, you put counters on stuff, you get mana. That to me, ultimate Magic party. Yeah. All right. The next reprint is really cool. It's Trailblazers Boots. It's Naring Bridge is the card. Beautiful artwork. It's 2 colorless to cast, 2 equip. Equipped creature has non-basic land walk. That's really good. So any aggro deck really needs this because it just gives you pretty much unblockable, because everyone runs non-basic lands pretty much. So you have a really good chance of just one-shotting somebody with good old Trailblazers Boots. This is really good card. It's 4 colorless and a green and a white to cast. Vigilance. It's Aragorn and Arwen wed. Whenever Aragorn and Arwen wed enters the battlefield or attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. You gain 1 life for each other creature you control. This is just like a classic life gain aggro deck, and it's extremely scary. This is like, you can get super quick, super big, super fast. This is good. This is a good card. And the artwork is really good. Love the artwork. Here we go. Sauron The Littlest Eye. Whenever Sauron the Littlest Eye enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste until end of turn. That's good. You can pay pay colorless, black, and red. No tap, so creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Each opponent loses 2 life. That right there is like, it's 2 win cons separately. So you can either beef your creatures up or just make everyone lose 2 life until they're dead. That's really cool. I love this card. It's such cool. The artwork for it is so good. It's so scary. It's so beautiful. And we got some really cool basic lands with this set. We got a lot of I'm trying to get to basics. So here are all the basics that are coming out. I just love how they're all like the maps of Lord of the Rings that Bilbo made. There's so many cool little details that they put into this, the thought they put in this, and I really appreciate what they did. Each land is a different piece of the map. So I was always curious that if you combine the lands, if it would make a map, that'd be really cool. But I just love how there's so much thought and detail into each one of these lands that they put in. I'll put each individual one right now, but they're just super good. I love the basics that they've done. And then here is the One Ring. It's a 4-drop colorless indestructible artifact. When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until the end of your next turn. That is amazingly disgusting. I love that. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life for each bird encounter on the One Ring. You tap the One Ring, put a bird encounter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each bird encounter on it. So this is automatically just going to my life gain children deck. This is gross. This is so good. Such a good life. It's a really good card draw artifact. And the artwork for it is really cool. I love what it looks like. It looks like it's just in lava. Ready to go. And here's a different printing of the One Ring as well. They're doing lots of good prints. They're putting a lot of thought into this, and I really appreciate it. One of the last cards I want to show you is probably one of the more insane cards that there is, because this is the One Ring, but this is the one copy of the One Ring. And it's written in, I believe was the dark language of Mordor, and this card's insane. Whoever gets it is just going to be very rich right away. The last card I am going to show you is really good. It was the first card that was spoiled for this set, and it's Gandalf the Grey. He is 3 colorless, a blue and a red, and whenever you cast whenever you cast instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You may tap or untap target permanent. Gandalf the Grey deals 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant and sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for that spell, for that copy, excuse me. Or put Gandalf on top of its library. So there's a possible way of just drawing him, replaying him, drawing him, replaying him, drawing him, replaying him, doing all these to each one. And then that's also possible when Connor's just blinking him always and choosing deal 3 damage. So that's really good. This set, guys, is turning out to be crazy good already. I am just insanely excited to see what the pre-cons are going to be like. I'm just excited to see what future cards are going to be. I wonder what Faramir and Boromir are going to be like. We got all sorts of cool stuff coming out. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this. I hope you're excited about this set as I am and all the cool artworks that's coming out with it. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.